Let's see, is this working? A little bit early. Can I hear myself? Let's see, is this working? Okay, we're on. We're going to have a little bit of a lag. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I think the best thing to do is if I put my face in the Zoom, and then, yeah, I'm going to let Henry know that I'm here and things are happening. I have a very cool skull jumper on today. Shout out to my friend Laura who made that for me. Okay, so let's see if I can find Henry. Let Henry know it's all happening. Oh, so nervous. Why am I nervous tonight? I know Henry so well. Okay, Henry, I've sent the message that I'm in. Do we have people here? Hi, Steve. Hi, Jesper. Hi, Eric. Hello. This is going to be awkward if if Henry forgets to show up now. We did have a little practice earlier just to make sure he could get into the meeting and everything. So let's see. There he is. He's entered the waiting room. So exciting. Yay. I can see the phone is connecting to audio. Oh, Henry.
Hello, hi.
Hello. This is a very cool t-shirt.
It's a band called Warp Stormer. I believe they might be the only Games Workshop themed doom metal band in the world.
Surely not the only one.
I know, right? No, it's a crime that there's not more.
Yes. Well,
but yeah.
So thank you so much for coming on my YouTube channel. So
it's my pleasure. Yeah, it was really fun.
Can you remember how we met, Henry?
So I think it was probably about 7 years ago in Hate Club.
We're so old.
What's 7 years? Yeah, in Hate Club, the Hackney area tabletop enthusiasts. I'm sure you've spoken about it on your channel before.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And you had blue hair, I think, when I first met you.
I think I usually do. It's green at the moment, but more blue is coming back, I promise. Yeah.
Yay. Well, this channel kind of came out from Ian, who you know.
Yeah.
Basically, after we had our Dan Abnett chat for book club, Ian invited me on his channel, and then he kind of, in a loving, friendly way, bullied me to get this channel. And loads of people are like all the time, Mira, you should paint something. And I really don't want to. I'm not very good at it, but I do love seeing everyone's minis. So we started this little live where I invite people into the Zoom and I go, show me the minis. And then they show me. And the best thing that we ever see on this channel is Titans. They're my favorite just because they're ridiculous.
Oh, I have terrible news. I recently sold my Warlord Titan. So
Why? Who did you sell it to? How much money did you get? How much money did the Golden Demon put on the painting?
No, I can't say, but
£1 million.
It helped me out with my rising gas bills and things like that for a few months.
Emperor protect from rising gas bills, Henry.
Yeah, but I do have knights and big stuff to show.
I mean, it's not that I'm a size girl. What it is that if I ever do have to paint or go to a tournament, which is where I can see my Warhammer journey ending, I quite like to just paint a Titan because I could use a bigger brush. I know I can't. And then if I do have to go to a tournament, I'll just have one big Titan and that'll be most of my points. And it'll be over like that.
Done. Yeah. Oh no, that's one of the first times I've met you is you asked me to paint your D&D character.
Yes, yes, and I don't I don't think you won't have seen the stream from last week, but that I got out the dwarf that you painted, and
Oh yeah.
you'd done this effect where the dwarf was looking into a lit room. So the front of
Oh
him,
yeah.
it was beautiful. I put it down somewhere.
Oh, oh,
Where is
thank
it?
you.
So this is the one I was showing off.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So as you go around, you can actually see where you've changed it all up. So you get that effect of the light striking the dwarf as he's
Yeah.
um which just reminded me, like, I would love to share you with my followers, because you actually, one of the other things I know that you do is you do a lot of like illustration, and you were studying live drawing. I think that's one of your passions, live drawing.
Yeah.
And I love your art. You've even done a painting of me.
I have, which I
Yeah,
need to give you at some point
I know.
soon.
So what I'd like to do is just ask you a little bit about how you got, so a few questions about the hobby, and then if we can look at some of your minis, and then if
Yeah,
I
of
could
course.
ask
Yeah.
you some bits and pieces about the art that you've done in your livelihood, would that be okay?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So how did you get into this glorious game? And was it the
So
mini? Was it the game?
uh it was probably the miniatures. So me and my friend John Ashton, who is an ex Games Workshop employee and an incredible painter in his own right, we were about maybe 10 years old,
Oh,
maybe younger actually. When we first started, like I think he may have had like a birthday party near it when we were really little.
oh,
And we went into the store in Reading, and I bought a pack of what I thought was like 20 Space Marines, but it was in a box like that big, and
okay.
it was epic size. But I spent all my pocket money on this tiny little box, and I was convinced that it was like loads. I was like, yeah, and no, it was just like tiny, tiny ones, and I was
Yeah.
really disappointed. But yeah, probably from then until about 15, and then I stopped for the longest time, honestly, because I was embarrassed. Like there is that stigma of, you know, geeks and nerds. And then I started like the process of buying a house
Mm.
when I was around mid 20s or so. And I thought, right, I need something that is not adult that I can do,
Yes.
that I can like decompress to.
Yeah.
And from about then until now, like nearly in my 40s now, yeah, I've just been painting ever since.
Yay. And do you play much Warhammer?
No, I end up finishing an army. Like I've finished quite a few armies now, and I'll finish an army, and I'll play one game with them, and
Yeah.
that'll be it. Like I'll be
What?
like, oh,
That's so
oh,
much work for one game.
but it's the joy of painting, really.
Mm.
That's what I get out of it. I love the process and like seeing them all together, and then the minute that it stops, like I don't want to look at them anymore, I'll get them to somebody that wants to play with them.
Oh, that's very loving.
Live on.
Well, I'm just going to shout out in the chat. We've got Vlad the Third, and he's written a painting stream just when I was mulling over if I should start painting my Imperial knights. Of course you should be. And
I've
then,
got an Imperial Knight to show,
yay,
actually.
let's see,
Yeah.
let's see, let's see.
Do you want to
Show
say now?
please. Yay. Sorry, I can't wait. I'm impatient.
So,
Eric, we've got Eric Wier in the chat who says one game seems ambitious to me. Haha. So
no, I know.
when I told Eric that I was inviting you on, he said, "Is your friend Henry South?" I was like, "Yes." He's like, "I know Henry's work." So that was quite cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so please show me your Imperial Knight.
So I'm so pleased with this one, and it's more than anything, it's the it's a sort of dynamic pose of it. So this guy is all covered in like streaming banners and
Wow, look at the motion in the banner.
yeah, but it's like the pose of it launching itself through this it's like
Whoa.
a
Oh,
dugout, like trenches,
wow.
and
Wow,
then
wow, wow.
the banners themselves, can't really see.
Yeah, I have to get better at, I'm like trying to do it like show like makeup and stuff like that, but it's a bloody nightmare. But it looks amazing. So how would you even start? You put it together and then you're like, where am I going to do that? Oh, can we look at the detail on there's like a motif or something on.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool, Henry.
Mm.
Oh, I really hope that people can see the detail. I know it depends on our internet connection, but
Yeah.
so how would you even blinking start? There's so much detail everywhere. Do you go from the top
So
down?
with something like this, I start with the pose of it because I like dynamic sort of mid stride, like launching itself off something.
Hmm.
And I'll stick it together with blue tack, usually, like just the main parts of it,
Yeah.
something. And I'll look at a few reference pictures and stuff like that. And I'll usually glue together with like with two-part epoxy, like the main parts that I'm really happy with, and
Right.
then literally saw it apart until it fits with the pose that I want. I saw this guy had made a Warhound's Titan as if it was running like a chicken.
And
And
no.
honestly, it's the most beautiful, dynamic pose that you can possibly do. And I've saved all of the pictures and they've been in my iPhone for years. And
Oh,
I've just thought, yeah, that's how you do it. Like,
oh, well, if you share those pictures with me, I'll stick them up on my YouTube
yeah,
channel after
definitely.
so people can have a look at what you're referencing. So there's some really lovely comments coming in. This is the best Show Me the Mini ever. Thomas, thank you for also shouting in the chat, Show Me the Mini. Vlad said, oh, the Forge World Cerestus, that's big money. We are a big money bunch of people that hate, clearly. Simro says, that's awesome. Gary says, oh, an Imperial Knight. Thomas said, show me the massive mini, keeping up with what you've got.
Nice.
Aztec says, so dynamic and cool pose. Vlad says, that's amazing. Angsty Space Gnome, great name, says, that's an
Right.
impressive knight. Nice basing work, says Gary. Love that posing. Filippo, is it varnished?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's two varnishes on it. It's got a matte varnish to finish, and then I do the metallic parts
Show
separately.
again, show again.
Okay.
So how does that work?
If you have a look at the top, you can see that the what I'll do is I'll paint everything that I want to stay a sort of a matte or a satin finish. Actually, this was I did this with a satin finish because you can paint all of these parts separately,
Right.
and then I'll do all of like the electronic gubbins on
Wow. It looks so it's so metallic-y.
it. Yeah.
That's the whole point, Mira. I know, I know.
But the thing that I'm most proud about is these little banners along the side.
They're fucking awesome. Sorry, not to swear, but it looks like paper or streamer or fabric, which blows my
Well,
mind.
I was trying to think of like some sort of painting tips that I could give.
Yeah.
And so all of these banners are made out of you can buy clear perspex, like thin sheets of it.
Like you used to
And
use on overhead projectors.
oh no, it's a bit thicker than that.
Okay, okay.
So I'll actually get some pictures to you later of the big roll of it I got for like £5. You
Cool.
cut out the shape of the banner that you want and just run it over a candle and twist it, and it's perfect and it's solid. There's no like bending with like the metallic stuff like a lot of people use tin or brass,
Mm.
so there's none of that, and you can melt it into place. So yeah.
I mean, this is the thing, when people think of the Warhammer hobby, they think of probably drunk blokes with beards shouting at each other across a table. And that's fine. That can be true. We've seen that at Hate. But
yeah.
I feel like they don't think about people who are picking up artistic ideas and referencing them in their phone or finding different materials. I mean, when I was writing for 28 magazine, I remember I was writing up an article and someone was like, I go down the beach and see what shells and bits of rock I can find for my bases. And that's the really beautiful artistic part of the hobby that I love finding out about.
Oh God, yeah. Like I'd be lost without reference books. And I mean, I've done a master, like fine arts masters and stuff like that. And so I've got the artistic background backing me up. But I've learned so much from just playing with the hobby, I think.
Yeah, that's lovely. Okay, let me just check the chat again. So Simro says, do you pin large models like that to hold the pose? You said
oh yeah. I usually use garden wire. Just again, it's cheap. It's like thick bits of metal, and
amazing.
I approach it like you can't break anything. Nothing's broken. You can always sculpt over a bit, and you've got to think that these are like war machines as well. Like if you accidentally drill through something, just turn it into a bullet hole, or like if you patch it a bit roughly, just turn it into like bad welding or something like that. There's always ways around.
I love that so much. So yeah, would you show us some more of your minis? What else have you got there?
Yeah, of course. So I was actually
sorry, I keep interrupting you. If you I know you've picked these all out especially for our stream, but if you tell us why and what you love about them, that'd be amazing.
All right, well, this one's pretty special. So this is the first miniature painted by my son.
Oh, that's
and
amazing.
It's not actually can I get it to
you can try hold your hand behind it, the other one, as you show it like this. There we go. Wow, great color. What a great color palette. And did you let him just do that freestyle?
Yep.
How
5 years old.
5 years old. Fuck off. That's better than I could do. Oh yeah.
He's going to be amazing. He's going to be amazing.
Well, he's learning. It's like a little bit if you went and learnt with John Blanche, you know, you're going to be amazing. Your dad is, you know, really good at this. Yeah.
And I thought I'd show some.
Tom's written Mini painting a mini, which is quite cute. And hi Alex, it's okay you're late. Jim wrote Blood Bowl Treeman. Jim is like one of the fathers of this channel. He's quite nice. Vlad the Third said artists and drunkards are not mutually exclusive, quite the contrary. Just look at the Emperor's Children remembrances. And Vlad said he had some Chenian inspiration there. Yeah. So lots of nice comments. And then Steve, good Lord, the lad's a chip off the old block. There you go.
Like he started doing like I did add like a final highlight to it. Can I get this to focus?
A little bit. There we go. There we go.
On the mask, I added like a little bit of the highlight, but he started to do like non-metallic metal. I was like, yeah, this is incredible.
Oh, so is that something you will do together?
Yeah. So we I tend to sort of I don't want to push him into it because then I'll be the pushy parent that like and he'll end up hating. But
I've always thought if I was a parent, I'd be like, go and dance for your mama. So, you know, you're a better parent than I am. But
he appears to like it.
Good. Someone said, what category did you win in your Golden Demon? You got a silver or something, right?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I've won some nice things in my life, but
On my channel, everybody, there's an actual Golden Demon Award on my channel, Little Mirror Manga, with Henry South. And I remember, I don't remember the event. I wasn't there, but I remember when you came back that week in the club, everyone was like, rah,
Yeah.
rah, 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 Henry, rah, rah, rah.
It's
And
really
it was
cool.
exciting. And I think, didn't you get to go and it was in a display case somewhere?
Yeah.
Was it at Salute? And we were all looking and going, that's Henry's Golden Demon. Yeah.
So this is the one. It was it was just before they released the model for it. It was Cal Jericho and Wotan.
Yes. What
And
is
I did like a converted model of
Wow.
Cal
Wow.
with
And
the old like servitor dog and stuff.
there's a servitor dog. That's what I need to see. I love all the little extra elements.
And he's got
my
little
gosh.
wanted posters and stuff.
So good. And
it's really
who is this character? Because as you know, I'm rubbish at knowing all this lore so far.
Oh, it's Cal Jericho. He's like a bounty hunter in Necromunda.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm learning about Necromunda. So it's more of a skirmish, isn't it? That game. See, the thing is, I do think if I get my Warhammer game in, I'm going big. If it doesn't have a tape measure involved, what's the point? So everyone's like, play a bit of Kill Team, Frostblade. You know, I'm like, no, let's take it to the tables. I've even got a stick-on beard and a fake beer. So
nice.
Yay. Oh, so Vlad's written, I'm surprised you managed to stop yourself from painting your Golden Demon Awards.
I just paint it gold. Done.
Yeah. Done. And what else do you have in the background? It's really enticing because over your shoulder.
So I've got a few things because I thought like miniature painting isn't like bound to Games Workshop really. So this is a friend of mine sculpted this, and another friend of mine produced it. So this is a little space monkey ape with horns.
Wow.
Orangutan guy that I painted is a bust.
Love.
Really beautiful sculpture. So the sculptor Sam Rowan.
Uh-huh.
And it's huge. It's like this
size. How do you know Dan? Do you know Dan through one of your graphic jobs?
Oh, Sam Rowan, I used to work with him.
Sorry.
We worked together for a few years actually at a company called the Moving Picture Company.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like sculpting for film, and he was like the lead artist on this creature that we were working on. It was the Kraken for Clash of the Titans.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
And
sorry, I keep interrupting you.
No, not at all. And we've been friends like ever since, and that was 2008 or something.
Yay.
But yeah, now he's a concept artist for every film that you watch. Like
wow.
he designed the Niffler for
The Witcher.
No, Fantastic Beasts.
Oh wow.
And stuff
so
like
it's
that.
all over Hollywood then.
Yeah.
Isn't it mad? You know, well, you and I always forget we both know Reading.
Yeah.
But you know, you just come from humble beginnings, and then but you've had some exciting jobs because you worked for ILM, haven't you? And I remember you'd come in the club and you wouldn't be able to talk about what you were working on. You worked on some pretty cool stuff where you were having to paint like stuff for Star Wars. Could you talk about that a bit?
Yeah, I can. I can't actually talk about my current job because I've been messaging people today asking whether I can like discuss work on an interview, and they said unfortunately not.
Okay.
But
can you say the company? Can you say the company you're currently working for?
Yes, it's Jellyfish Pictures.
Okay. So we all have to Google jellyfishes in production.
and sorry, what was I saying? Yeah.
You're going to tell me a little bit about what you got up to at ILM and
Yeah. So I got to make. Well, I was there for 7 years in total, and like amazingly, they treated their artists right for the majority of the time. Like
Mm.
when you're working for a company that like Disney or ILM, which is owned by Disney, you don't really expect to be anything more than a bit of a cog. But
Mm.
I think they have this sort of internal structure that got passed on by ILM before it was bought that really supported and lifted up its artists. And I ended up working for on Avengers Endgame. I designed the fist for Thanos. The
That's
no,
up.
not Thanos. The Iron Man version of the Thanos fist.
What?
Spoilers. I
That's
know.
ridiculous. That's so stupid.
And
So when we're watching
yeah,
Star Wars films as well, we can see stuff that you've worked on.
yeah, absolutely. So I did Last Jedi, which is like the least popular Star
My
Wars film.
favorite. My favorite
Yeah.
because I love Mark Hamill. So there we go.
It was amazing, wasn't it? So I did some creature work for that. Ended up designing and building some of the creatures for that, but majority is a texture artist. Um, and yeah, just it all sort of blurs together because the majority of your time working on Star Wars is grey metal, like different shades of fucking grey and blue metal, just overlaid on top of each other. But occasionally, like I did the so it's a really minor alien character, but it was all mine, and I'm really proud of it. It's
Oh,
this little guy on like it's a casino world that they're on. I can't even remember which film it was for, but he's holding like a pile of money and he tries to put coins in BB-8. And so he's like picking up coins and like trying to push them into the slots on BB-8 like it's a slot machine. And that
oh,
was all me. And I was really proud of it. And it's like all over my show reel. So
that's pretty thrilling. And I mean, I just love it because, you know, that is the kind of skill and artistry and nuance that you get to kind of work on those things. And then you also bring that to your mini painting and painting for pleasure as well.
yeah.
Yeah. And the stuff you're working on now, is it like texture stuff or can you say anything? I don't want to get you in trouble, but
I can I think I can say my job title.
okay.
So I'm not actually like an artist anymore. I did my fucking time
Yeah, now you
in
need
the
some money.
trenches. Now I'm a VFX supervisor. So
Still
I
cool, fun.
oversee the like the on-set production of visual effects, and Jellyfish has worked with ILM on various like Star Wars films and stuff like that. So
Yay.
I'm
So
yeah.
someone said in the chat, you designed the creatures that breastfed Luke. Lol.
No, I didn't.
And then someone's written, Mira doesn't hate The Last Jedi. I knew there was a reason I love you. Um, and then Simro said, I remember him. That's a cool creature.
Oh, amazing.
And then Vlad said, The Last Jedi and the new trilogy was not for me, but can't deny that visually it was stunning. So yay, that's lovely. So I just want you to see the love as I'm receiving it. Because and do you have any other bits and pieces you'd like to show us?
Yeah, sure. So
Is this the roster behind you? Because I'm like, thank you for picking so many out. That's Henry, thank you for giving time tonight. It's so
oh
nice.
no, it's my pleasure. Honestly, it's really fun just talking to you actually. Like I think the last time we spoke was probably like during lockdown. I properly spoke. And
Yeah.
when everyone was sort of going a bit crazy and I was just painting and
Yeah.
trying not to lose my mind.
I know, it's great. Yeah, and we don't get down to the club as much, so it is nice to
No.
catch up.
Yeah, I'll be down there soon. So
Oh,
the next one is this guy.
wow. Who's this guy?
So I got sent this to paint for the Games Workshop website.
What? So
This was like, but
what
thing
is it?
I can't remember. One of your followers might be able to tell you.
Someone in the or no, it'll come up. So
yeah.
how does that happen? Explain to me. Do you win a golden demon and then they're like, now you're on speed dial when they want stuff on the website? Tell me how that works.
I think they wanted just other people. It was when my friend John was working there, so he might have just put my name in a hat.
Yeah.
And like and been very kind, because me and John painted one, and Louise, who I think still works for Games Workshop, that's the one that everyone remembers, because it was this fucking rainbow winged, like incredible monster that she painted, version of this.
Yes.
And everyone remembers that. And then it was like mine and John's versions underneath it that were just not even a touch on hers. And but hers was just incredible. Louise, I've forgotten her second name. I'm really sorry.
I don't know if she's the one who's broken away from she's left Games Workshop and now has a very successful, there's a whole video on why she left Games Workshop, which has got a lot of views. But she's now a YouTuber in her own right and does all her stuff.
Yeah, and just the most incredible painter as well. Like, she's really, really good.
Yay.
Right. So I thought that.
Wow.
Bit of like some textural study. Like
that's a bit too good. It looks spooky. But I love the detailing of the lizard on the shoulders and everything. That's so
I mean,
cool.
half of these just aren't finished. Like,
well, that's the thing. I don't know a single mini painter who doesn't have like a bunch of minis on the go.
Yeah, you've got to have something. So I thought I'd show something that I just love, the new range of Cities at Sigmar stuff. And I'm obsessed with sort of the old Michael Palin movies like Jabberwocky and the goblins in Labyrinth. And I've been basing like knights off of that kind of thing.
Look at the little toadstool as well. Oh my gosh. This is just really lovely and beautiful. I love those greens. What gorgeous greens. And oh gosh. So does this mini come like this, or have you added? And
so the pose isn't like this. I've broken the legs of the horse and like made it actually like rear up properly.
It's beautiful.
Like, dynamic posing is like definitely something that I really love about it.
Yeah. Have you ever done tutorials or anything like that online?
Yeah, I did. I was running a blog for quite a while. I forgot the password for it, so now it just sort of sits there in stasis, unable to be touched. But I did like quite a few posts about painting with depression and like using painting as a therapy just on your own, because I know that a lot of groups that encourage that kind of thing encourage painting in groups to deal with things, but sometimes you don't have the mental battery to deal with groups of people. And I thought it'd be really handy just to write an article that dealt with a lot of those issues, and I'll send you the link for it. But
yeah, that's lovely. I remember over lockdown, we'd throw up some Zoom meetings and everyone could just paint, and there wasn't always chat on that, but everyone was just painting on the same Zoom. Yay. Oh, someone said Mind Stealer Sphiranx is the
that's the one.
Yeah. Yay. And some nice compliments on your night.
Oh,
Yay.
What else? Sort of orc pirate.
Okay, this is lovely. It's so
really
annoying.
different.
You're so good. Look at the little striped breeches and everything.
Yeah. He's
Oh,
fun.
and
And
how do you deal
this
with?
one,
Yeah,
sorry.
I was going to ask how your little
Yeah.
one must want to play with all these.
Oh yeah. No, my so I've got 4 knights that I'm in the process of, including this one, I'm in the process of like trying to get buyers for them. And he is all over them. Like and the thing is I don't stop him at all. So he's broken a couple and I don't want to like I want to encourage him to play with them. I don't want to be angry. So if they get broken, I can fix them.
Oh my God,
So
Henry.
he just plays with them until they break. I go, it's no problem, buddy. We work out how to stick them back together. And then they're there for a week and then they break again.
Oh,
But
I think
gentle parenting.
I love you, Henry. You're a very gentle soul. So yeah, is this the last one? I'm just preparing
Yeah, this might be the last one.
I'm just
Yeah.
I always like to know because then I can prepare myself for the euphoria to drop. So
So this one is
wow. Who this guy, I mean, it's like you've painted me a boyfriend. Look at that. You've even carved on the rock that he's standing on. And
these are beautiful models from Big Child Creative, I think they're called.
wow.
And I'll see if I can get you some decent pictures of it because this is meant to be Merlin, I think.
Wow. I love when they have Merlin, but they align the design to kind of Celtic historic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
We're all
lovely.
about, yeah. We're all about that kind of old
Me
British
and my fiance are like painting these together, and we're hopefully going to start like a little Instagram together. Like Laura and Henry paint small things.
So
but
did Laura paint minis before you guys got together?
no, I think she's trying to impress me, but it's working. So
I mean, couples that paint together, the couples that hobby together, so cool. But
and she's annoyingly good as well. Like she's one of these people that has just sort of managed to pick it up and like, don't teach me, and she just does it really well.
But I kind of like the irony of that because we're all like, Henry, you're annoyingly good, and now you understand that energy. You're like, oh. But I mean, it'd be lovely at some point when you get your Insta set up and you are rolling to kind of maybe have a chat to her, and she could talk about coming into the hobby, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
that would be fantastic. Yeah.
Yay. So what I'll do is because I'll just gather any stuff that you've given me, and I can put links in the YouTube after it'll go out of live and just go into being one of my videos. So that'd be lovely. Yeah. But thank you so much, Henry, for popping along.
Oh no, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, we should try and meet up and do a thing. Or maybe I am being a bit.
I owe you a painting. I've got a painting for you.
But people keep sending me things. So someone sent me these. They're just, paintbrushes. But some people are trying to bully me into painting. So maybe if and when I do a painting together, so it wasn't just me on my own on my Todd in front of a camera going, I don't know what I'm doing. Like you doing something amazing and me going, whoa. So if it's me, you, and son, like I will be the worst of the three of us. So but yay. But I'm gonna hang on in the chat in case anyone else wants to show us their minis. But Henry, thank you so much for coming.
Oh no, it's so good. It's so lovely to talk to you. And yeah, let's do it again because we'll do like a paint together or something like that. It would be really cool.
Yes, that would be amazing. Thank you so much, Henry. I will try and gently remove you from the Zoom. We'll see if this works or not. And take
Right.
care. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Aw. Wasn't he lovely? Oh my goodness. So that is really, really, how nice is that? So Henry, professional artist, working in VFX, doing all the things, has a whole career and a profession, and still comes to chat to me. And I think it's really lovely that he's very humble, nice guy. And the way you can hear him talking about how he just says to his son, don't worry, and just fixes them and breaks things. And I love that kind of philosophy. So I think that was one of the very lucky things about me stumbling into hate, the fact that mostly at hate they're nice, gentle souls. And also hate, which sounds like a really ridiculous name. It stands for Hackney Area Tabletop Enthusiasts. They kind of have this don't be a dick rule. They're very liberal, try and be inclusive, LGBTQI friendly. So feel very lucky. And that's how I get to know people like Henry South, who can just say things like, oh yeah, Games Workshop asked me to paint a thing, or when I was working on the Star Wars film, or when I was working for Disney. So really, really lovely. And yeah, thank you for all the lovely comments. I did get some more really cool things. So I have a friend at work called Sonia Bird. I follow her Instagram every day. Sonia Bird does drinks reviews of random weird fizzy drinks. But I got this through the post today. So this is a little bird. So I thought it might be from Sonia. And on the back, dearest Mango, love you, bird. My nickname at work is Mango and hers is Bird. Mother Bird. And I love her. She is love personified. Eric, let me throw a link in the chat to you because I'd love to see some of your minis. How do I do this? I need to go. It is funny, Jen. I agree. Is that the right thing? Thank you so much, Vlad. I just approach people that seem like kind-hearted, and I very rarely get anyone saying fuck off. I've done 3 swears in this. I try so hard to keep this PG-13, so I apologize. I'll have to go back and make sure no little people can watch this stream. So Sonia Bird. Oh crikey, I've unleashed something now. We don't want to be hearing me twice. Okay, sorry about any echo. So she also sent some items in here. Look at this. It's the Terry Pratchett Discworld stamps. She's only sent me a packet of those, which is amazing. I missed out on the Warhammer stamps. Hi, Gary. I see you in the waiting room. Give me 2 seconds and I'll let you in. And then Moist Von Limpet, the Librarian, our favorite. And we've got Gary coming in, who is my official channel librarian. Granny Weatherwax. I love the witches. Nanny Ogg, Tiffany, and Granny Weatherwax. I actually, when I do role-playing and D&D, I always try and have like a Nanny Ogg character or a Granny Weatherwax. Sam Vimes. Oh, love Sam. And Death and Mort, one of the first Discworld books. Indeed, one of the first. I think my dad let me read Mort when I was teeny tiny, when I was a small. And then we've got Tiffany Aching. Yay! And of course, the great Attune, the turtle. But I just thought they were so cool. I'm a big Pratchett fan. I love them. And I think we've got Eric and Gary coming into the waiting room. Oh, so exciting. So exciting. This is what I was really hoping for, that we could all look at each other's minis. So let's get them in. Hello. Hi, Gary. Oh, this is so nice. It's so nice to have my friends in the room with me. I'm such a lucky ducky. So we've got 20 watching now. 20 people. Thank you for hanging out in the stream and everything. Absolutely can't go wrong with this. Gary. Oh, this is so nice. Sorry, we've got double sound coming from somewhere.
Hey,
Oh, Eric, hello, Eric.
hey,
Tell everyone
Mira.
where in the world you are.
I am in Baltimore, Maryland, so on the East Coast in the United States. So nice to be here.
So good. Hi, Gary. Welcome. Gary, would you like to tell everyone where you are right now?
I I am in beautiful downtown Ludlow in Kentucky, not in the UK, not the Ludlow in the UK.
Okay. So I can hear me on a loop, so I don't know how we're gonna.
The best thing to do is if I put my face in the Zoom.
Gary, maybe if you
Then, yeah,
turn the volume down on me or something.
You know what it sounds like? I just closed YouTube. Is it gone? Maybe.
It might be gone.
I think it is. Say something, Mira.
Yeah,
Okay, that's
I think
good.
that's good. Yay, well done us. So I just so I'm in a group chat with Eric because we work on 28 Mag together. And
That's
I've
true.
just seen a picture of Eric in the new John Blanche biography.
Oh yeah, it's
So
true.
Eric is featured in that. And I basically met Eric and his brothers through 28 magazine and have just found you all to be so incredibly kind. Imagine welcoming me onto the editing body of a grimdark magazine and knowing how little I know. So a big part of my corruption is down to these brothers and 28 Mag.
Yeah.
And I just want to see if I can show the screen. So this is a page from the new John Blanche biography, and you will be able to see Eric featured in there.
That's me, all right. And my
Yay.
other brother Greg is in one of the pictures too, which is we went to Warhammer World, and I guess it was 2016. It's hard to believe that it was that long ago, but
Well, are you
yeah,
gentlemen, are you both here to show me the minis?
yeah, I have some stuff
I
can
have the
show.
minis. Yes.
Okay. Who wants to go first?
Gary, you could start if that's or
You want me to start?
yeah,
Okay,
sure.
before we start, you know what I have to do. Gary, show me the minis.
Okay. I came prepared too. I've got a
Oh, look at this.
so maybe that'll work a little better. This guy is ancient, and I mean ancient. He's metal. He's a let me see.
A
Is
little
he- is he-
commissar.
Is an old commissar. One of the I want to say he's from like mid 2000s, maybe
Wow.
10, something
can-
like that.
I can sense like kind of gaunt vibes about the
Yeah,
stance.
I think he is supposed to be sort of a gaunt
Mhm.
knockoff.
Love
that. But he's been floating around for quite a while. He still looks pretty good, all things considered. And then I had, oh, here he is here. This is another one. I think this one was fine cast actually, or fine crap as we used to call it over here.
Yeah,
What
Oh,
does that
Minecraft.
mean?
Fine cast.
Yeah.
It was a resin.
Ah,
It was like this weird stopgap thing they did because of the price of metal,
hmm
running resin through their molds.
wow.
And well, wow is one thing, but when you went into a Games Workshop store, you sometimes had to go through 3 or 4 blisters to find one that didn't have air bubbles in it. But I'm pretty sure he is fine cast. If you look at the base, the bottom of the base, it's gray where the slotto is there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain that means it was fine cast because the plastic I think was a darker gray or a blue. But anyway,
I love that you
that
know
is
this.
Creed Castellan Creed. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can see
Nice.
him. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's kind of tiny, but we can get the gist.
Yeah, he's wearing a great coat that's
hmm
over his shoulders.
So
Mhm.
these minis have lasted a long time in your
In my collection, yeah.
yeah.
And like I said, I don't play the game. I love the miniatures. And I find like these little hero pieces and I go, oh, that is a cool mini. And so I'll paint it,
Yeah.
And then because things were so small, I thought what I would do, and I know, Mary, you like large things.
I do like large things. We need to be
All right.
careful about my reputation, but whoa,
So we
What's
got a
this, dude?
dreadnought.
a dreadnought.
And this
Death
one was a
Company.
Blood Angels, I think. Yes,
it looks
it
like
is.
it.
It's Blood Angels. And this was painted up. This was somebody was telling me at a Games Workshop store, they were like, oh, they should make these things for Death Watch. And I was like, yeah, but they don't. So what I did was I did a Death Watch-ish paint scheme where I did the silver shoulder pad and then the red one on the other side for the Blood Angels. So
Lovely. Oh,
it's a Death Watch from, again, probably about 2010, maybe somewhere around there.
Mhm.
yeah. Someone's saying nice dreadnought, and someone's written, Jen has written in the chat, oh, old Creed, last scene. Then they put ... Actually, it might be a spoiler. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah, no, don't. That's a spoiler.
Yeah. Sterling has said need better lighting on the miniatures. Sterling, on Show Me the Minis, we take what we get. Like, this is the hobby. Not all of us have.
If I had thought of it, I've got an LED that I could have brought on an arm that I could have brought down here. That might have helped. Maybe next time
You just have to come on again, Gary.
Well, I got one more.
Yay! Show me the mini. And thank you for letting me know it's the last one, because as you know, I get sad when I'm like, oh, we ran out. So
yeah, this is the last one. And this is kind of the stuff that got me into the hobby.
A whole tank.
Yeah, this is Lehman Russ.
Nice.
Oh my God, that's a Lehman Russ. And I was
That's
like,
what Lehman Russ looks like.
Who's this character called Lehman Russ? He's here all the time.
You'll find out.
It's a tank.
But yeah, that's a Lehman Russ. I started out painting military miniatures for display many years ago, like in the late 70s, early 80s. And so my thing was always doing like vehicles. So when I saw one of these things, I was like, this could be a lot of fun. I could mud this thing up and rust it up a little bit. And that's kind of what I did with it. And it's a Cadian vehicle. You can see the Cadian transfer here on the one side.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I forget what the other thing is. I think it's 3rd Regiment, maybe Cadia. I don't remember. Again, this is quite a while ago.
Iconography that well.
Yeah, many years ago, like I said, and I even kind of messed up the exhaust pipes a little bit, because on older vehicles, a lot of tanks, if you see tanks from World War II, the constant heat will make the metal kind of rot in the back, and they look kind of awful. So I took a pair of snips and kind of tried to mess those up a little bit so it looked a little more real.
This is what I love, the practical application of war in a miniature, through snipping pipes and stuff up.
Well, that's what I did. I mean, I did historical miniatures for years, and so you're looking at reference all the time.
Yeah.
I had a really nice chat at Games Day, again, a number of years ago, and I can't remember the guy's name, who did models for the Imperial Armor series. And man, did we have a good time with that, because he gave me a lot of really cool ideas for this type of stuff. So
yeah, I feel there's a lot of people now like kind of trying to merge the scale modeling hobby with some of the 40K stuff. And I think that's cool, because there are a lot of techniques and such for like weathering and sort of things that are pretty common in that, and doing filters and all those things that wasn't that common for 40K and Games Workshop stuff, but it's starting to like venture and merge together, which I think is cool.
Yeah, they did he gave me this whole thing on doing if you want to make paint looking like it's chipped, you use hairspray. And then you put hairspray on your top coat, and then you put another coat over that, and with dabbing with water, you can remove it, and it looks like the paint's chipped up off of the vehicle. So it's kind of a neat technique, and maybe more than I'd want to do, but still, it was a cool idea.
Yay.
That's it.
Oh, Gary, thank you so much for being my favorite librarian of all time.
Hopefully I'll have that librarian figure done. We'll show that off of one of these too. That might be fun.
Well, thank you so much. I will try and remove you from the Zoom if I can. But Gary, I will see you very soon, I hope.
Oh yeah, hopefully.
And thank you so much for showing me the minis as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. Oh, hang on a sec. Okay. Yay. Hi, Eric.
Hey,
Thank you for coming on. So,
yeah, no, I see if I can show you some stuff. One of one of which I don't know, see how this is actually one of the first miniatures I ever got, which is
oh,
a third or it's second edition Warhammer 40,000. It's just this little monopose Space Marine that so I probably got it in like I don't know 97 or something and painted it really poorly because I was a young
you're a
kid and didn't
baby.
know anything about this sort of thing. But
Yeah.
recently, I painted another one that, and I don't know,
Oh,
it's probably hard to see here, but it looks
see
substantially
if you
better
can
than.
pop it closer to us so we get a little
I
bit.
don't know if it's focusing or not.
Yeah, and then try do the hand thing like when the people are doing. There we go. You had it a little bit. Well, that is like crazy good.
Yeah, but it's a little Dark Angel that looks at least a
Woo!
little bit better than.
So good. And so I've just been reading about Dark Angels in Descent of Angels.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So to me, like this, it seems like a lot of legions share colors. Like that's kind of like
That
also
is true.
Alpha Legion, right? And then, I was thinking surely Emperor's Children should be the only purple legion, but no, it's
Yeah,
confusing.
no, there's a lot of that. But and over the years there's been a lot of scale creep on miniatures. So
Oh wow. So can you
this
talk a little bit on that? Do they
this one is
bigger?
like a Space Marine from like 1997 second edition. Then this is like a Primaris Space Marine that they're supposed to be bigger, but like as you can see, it's much
Mhm.
bigger. Um, but even like the traditional Space Marines. Okay,
I mean,
so like this, I mean, so this is a more modern traditional Space Marine with like Mark IV Heresy armor. So,
uh-huh.
so even that
Yeah.
is bigger than this one. So they've slowly increased in size over the years to, uh, yeah, this thing.
Yeah.
But and I don't know, I find it sort of funny to walk like see the design over the years, but then they make miniatures of the various Primarch models, and they're like
Wait,
much
wait, wait.
bigger.
Are you about to show me Primarch models?
I don't have a painted one,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I am going to show you a conversion that was made to be more towards that Primarch scale.
Okay, hang
That
on. You know
was
what we forgot to do?
say
Eric,
the
show me the minis.
yeah, will do. So this guy more the scale of what the Primarch models are, and
Right.
compared to this dude. But
Yeah. Doesn't that change the whole game? Because everything is like ruled by inches, right? So if the minis suddenly get bigger,
yeah,
does
so the bases do like the size of the base is it does change stuff, but
yeah.
it's not that important. And admittedly, I don't play that many games. But this guy, he was converted from a bunch of stuff, but his power fist is actually from I mean, sort of spoilers, but the 40K era
Okay.
Gilliman, like the Ultramarines Primarch. So,
Wow.
but yeah, so he was converted with a whole bunch of stuff, and he is pretty
He looks
massive
great.
and like
I
sort of
mean,
stupidly massive. But I don't know. I it's fun. And this is like a little
ah,
aircraft thing, an
this
Arvis lighter that Forge World released, and I think they may have just updated the molds for it so you can buy it again. But this was an older variant of it, and a lot of Forge Worlds models, the
oh
resin,
wow.
like the molds, kind of suck, and the pieces don't fit together very well. And so this was one of those things that I felt it stayed in a box for years and years. And then during COVID, it's like, you know what? I should actually try to assemble it.
I have to ask, so there's you and your two brothers.
Yeah.
There's three Weir brothers, and you're all really into the hobby and great at painting and stuff. So how did that develop? Who was first to get the first mini, and does that encourage you? Is there competitiveness, or is it
There's not
helping?
really competitiveness, but since my brothers and I were identical triplets, so we were kind of always together. And so
I
the
did
first,
not know you were triplets.
yeah, so we're triplets. So
That's that's
um
even more excellent. That's
so
so
because of
special.
it, we always, had a friend to play the games and stuff with. But the very first miniatures we ever got at like a little comic book store in Pennsylvania was
Oh,
rattling snipers. They're these little hobbit-like characters in 40K that have sniper rifles, and we purchased it strictly because there were three of them
oh,
in in the blister. Three of these little hobbit
I can't
guys
take it,
without boots.
Eric.
And so I'll put a link into the
Yeah.
Discord, but
This
we
is
recently
sorry.
repainted one of them in like a better style, and they're pretty fun. But
Can I
so
just interrupt you to
yeah,
say this is like there's a movie on Netflix you can watch about Magic the Gathering.
okay,
A group of players, and there's a card called the I don't know the Peach Tree Pact or something.
okay,
It's like these three players were like, "Hey, we're the Peach Tree Pact," and they just do everything together, and they were supporting each other in the tournament, and it just made me cry. Because in
uh-huh,
the midst of nerddom, it's about brotherhood and supporting. And I love
yeah,
that
yeah,
story about the triplets and repainting the rattling.
yeah. But so we were pretty much together all through college. Went to the same college, all
Wow.
same major, but then went going on to
Same
graduate
major? What was
school,
your major?
like biochem, molecular biology sort of stuff. But then moving on to graduate school, we kind of went separate ways for like the first time. So I went to like get a PhD in molecular biology
Oh
in
yeah, of course.
Baltimore
Just go
here.
get one of those. It's so
But
simple.
and so when we went off to do that, we thought like we should start a blog to kind of keep in contact with each other and keep doing stuff with the hobby. So that's how we started between the Bolter and me, and have kept up with that stuff, and met Alex from 28 through that process. He started commenting on it like 10
Yay.
years ago or whatever. But
And Eric, you've also sent me some pretty cool stuff through the post.
oh yeah, I have
So
too much stuff. But
because of you, I've been reading very gothic poems, and I'm going to have to
oh,
play.
Thomas Ligotti, yeah, that's fun, or
Yeah.
fun,
So
but then kind of not fun. But
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna check out some combats. Someone wrote scale is flexible for 40k,
yeah,
and then
that's fair.
someone's written Dark Angels are objectively the most loyal chapter in the game. I did not know that.
I mean, they're kind of not, because half of them went to chaos and stuff. But I mean,
Oh
I guess
no.
spoilers, you'll find that out
Yeah,
there.
I had an
But
inkling.
yeah, there's stuff that happens there.
Yeah. Oh, someone's written great Arvis lighter, support
Yeah,
your LGS.
yeah, this little lighter, actually, I use that chipping hairspray method that was mentioned.
Oh, like Gary
Yeah,
mentioned.
that Gary mentioned. I mean, I think a lot of companies now, to make money, have made their own proprietary product that basically does the same thing. But I
Mm,
did it just to get more color modulation on the gray. But then I
yeah.
put on some decals and did some of the like enamel filters and stuff to make it look kind of weathered and such, which is a technique that is used a lot in kind of that scale model World War II tank sort of stuff. So I don't know. It was fun to
Yeah.
do it.
I mean, there's something about the DIY nature of like, using a lighter with some perspex or picking up a hairspray to take to your minis rather than just popping something out of a
Yeah,
box
yeah, yeah.
or opening a GW. Do you know what I mean? Especially if you're like,
That's true.
yeah.
The last thing I'll show is this is like
Oh,
from Blood Bowl, is like a little hobbit halfling that so
I love the colors.
they're like the shittiest, or sorry, team in Blood Bowl, but I don't know, they're fun. And this one, because I live in Baltimore, I'm not like a huge fan, but they like the Baltimore Ravens are here. So
Mm.
I painted this one kind of in those
In
purple
the
colors.
colors.
And he is from a team called the Bodymore Biockies. So like Biocky being like HP Lovecraft's like kind of flying creature thing, and Bodymore being a reference to Baltimore that I just thought was quaint. And but yeah, they're not good in the game, but I don't really play it much either. So
So
be
do
that
you
as it may.
do you not play a lot at the moment?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I guess we've recently started to do a little bit more, um, trying to play Necromunda and such, but it's mainly I'll just like go and see friends at different places to hold like little narrative style events periodically, which is actually how I met John the first time.
Mm.
Um, and that sort of thing. So that I feel is often get motivated to paint or do stuff because I know like, oh, in the future gonna go and meet up with people and so forth. But towards that end, I don't have a huge interest in playing like with big armies and stuff because I don't, first of all, I don't really want to have big armies or have to paint them all.
Right.
But like little skirmish stuff, I feel is
Yeah.
somewhat freeing in that you can, paint a couple of them, convert them, make them your own, and then you're done with it.
So what is the next mini project that you have lined up?
So you know how I sent those Rebel Grots to you?
Yes.
Some of them.
Yes,
So
you are the
I'm
sender of the Rebel Grots.
the
You're the
first
reason
like
I'm gonna
Games Workshop game. Well, I got second edition. The first game I like actually in my youth really read the rules to and like learned how to play was a game called Gorka Morka that was released in I think 1997 or 8. That is
Okay.
essentially Necromunda, but all orcs. Like it's Mad Max with
Oh
orcs.
my God.
So
Oh
you
my
just have a
gosh.
bunch of orcs and like ramshackle trucks and stuff driving around the
Right.
desert, crashing into each other and so forth. And it's primarily orcs, but they released an expansion that adds like little grots that are like communist grots that are trying to start a revolution, which is what I
Yeah.
sent some of them. But I'm gonna try to paint some of them. So
What
this
colors?
it probably some red. This is like I don't know, it doesn't isn't focusing well. But this is an even smaller,
Oh,
like a
baby.
snotling, so it's even smaller than those grots.
Yeah,
But,
I'm taking a
but
snotling and a titan when I go play
yeah,
Warhammer.
that's the spirit. But I'm gonna try to paint a bunch of these, and I don't know, maybe play Gorka Morka again. Because yeah, most the orcs have like petrol trucks and so forth, but the rebel grots have like just little metal things that have sails to push them around, or use
Oh,
other little grots that like turn a crank to spin a turbine to move around. So they're very poor technology, and they're also kind of the underdog thing. But I don't know, I think the models are charming, and I
yeah.
always wanted to build up like a warband for them. And yeah, so
I think when you sent me like the communist little communist, that is a good thing to send me because it looks manageable, you know?
yeah, they're kind of small and
Mhm.
cute in a goblin-y way. But
Yeah. Oh, Eric, it's so nice to talk to you in real life
yeah,
outside of the
no.
meeting.
This is one like I kind of sent you, but then so the little snotlings are slightly smaller.
Mm.
But yeah, so I hope to build and paint some of them. Admittedly, because they're this like white metal, they're kind of a pain to clean up because the mold lines are hard to cut off, and but it is what it is.
Yeah, it'll be
Worth it
worth
in
it
the
in
end.
the end.
Yeah.
Oh, Eric, thank you so much for coming on to show
Yeah,
me a
thanks
mini.
for it was fun chatting. And
Yeah, and thank you so much for hooking me up. Like, it's just been such an overwhelming year, but like, I'm hoping, in a few months, I'll be back editorial
yeah,
wise.
no, that sounds good. No worries.
Yay. Okay, well, thank you
Yep.
so much for
Thank
coming along.
you. Nice
Bye,
chatting.
Eric.
See everybody.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Where's the thingy? Because I have to, yeah, I don't want to remove people because it says remove somebody and then report them to Zoom. I don't want to report them to Zoom. I just am saying goodbye to them. There's not like a politely gentle hanging up. So, wow. It's just like, where do you find like a groups of friends who have all this creativity and they're just quietly at home, like creating worlds, like getting the hairspray out to do paint crackle and stuff. One thing I've realized is when I Zoom, there's quite a lot of lag. So I'm missing the comments. It's not as immediate as when we're playing our fighting fantasy and stuff. So I'm going to catch up on some comments. I'm just reading. If you could bear with me. So many lovely comments saying thank you to Gary. And Jen wrote, you support the Definitely Loyalist chapter. Jen says, to be fair, I love 90s 40k, but the 8-foot tall super soldiers looked about the same size as the standard human bloke. Jim says, Jim has sent me a modern Primaris Marine and 1 second edition. Yeah. Moving on through these comments. Vlad the Third, I realise what you mean, but also I'm suddenly picturing a load of Jerry Anderson models in 40k. Simro says, Blood Bowl halflings are such fun sculpts. Jen, them and Snotlings are the participation trophy teams. Also, halflings get a player who's literally a squirrel called Acorn. I need to look that up. NFL plus Blood Bowl plus Lovecraft. Blood and Craft. Some love for Gorka Walker. Lots of thanks for Eric. And please post a link to your magazine. Vlad says, fucking hell, Vlad, that's a huge spoiler. I'm going to have to try and forget that now. So I can put a link to 28 Mag in the chat. I'm very proud of my work with 28 Mag. I love being an editor. It's taught me so much. And 28 Mag also was what kind of got me into talk to Thomas Purinen, who obviously I got. So a guy called Stuart had done a feature on Mordheim. That's how I learned about Mordheim, and that's how I got my interview with Thomas, which has helped me get a lot of other interviews because I think he's very respected as quite he's like a super creative guy that's worked with Games Workshop since the beginning of time and is really renowned in the game arena. So yeah, 28 got me to talk to Stuart, who'd written Mordheim, and Mordheim got me to speak to Thomas. So then when I was asking Dan for an interview, or anybody really, they could see that Thomas Purinen had come on my channel, and Thomas was great interview. Jim, I don't know if you are in the chat, but if you are, if you could delete that spoiler. I'm trying to shake it out of my brain. Unfortunately, I saw it. I don't know. I might start booting people from the chat who do spoilers. I feel like people have been around long enough to know we don't spoil the books. Also, it ruins my freaking night, you know? It ruins my night when people do that. No, thumbs down. How dare you? Come on. Yeah, look, it's bad. How did I get a rain effect? I really don't know. Okay, so someone's saying it's the synopsis. I don't know anything about the books when I go in. I'm just an innocent. We're just innocent men. But thank you all so much for coming to watch Show Me the Minis. I mean, I do need to think about trying to keep this. I do try so hard to keep this PG-13. The other thing I need to think about is just finding a way to not be super bothered if I'm being spoiled. I'm going to try and put some of the pictures and things that Henry spoke about in the comments in this YouTube channel in the description. And I will do another Show Me the Minis next Wednesday if I can. So if you would like to show your minis, if I've done any stuff with my minis, I doubt it, but if I have, I will show you too. I think I think it would be very cool to do a paint along thing with Henry. Very, very conscious this evening that I have quite a big zit. So I try to distract everybody with the red lips, but there's only so much you can do. Oh, Alex, thank you. So lovely to see you all. I really do love seeing the minis. I think my fantasy, the fighting fantasy Sundays are really fun. And I think I like talking about games and stuff. Mondays might just do a really quick stream. Oh, it's a prequel novel. Okay, good. Phew-wee. I thought it was a heresy. Okay, I can calm down a bit. Dave Wharton, just normal men. Yay, Sean, that would be cool. I don't think it matters if, even if, you know, people are just showing their mini and they're holding it here or you can't really see it, you know. I think it's okay because then we get to talk about the mini and the factions and where they come from, and that's kind of part of the fun, isn't it? Yay. Thank you, Vlad. I'm going to give you a heart. Well, we've had a fairly long stream this evening. I've spent 2 days out of London looking for stuff to help with my family situation, and that's gone as well as it could have gone. So I'm feeling a little bit hopeful, and I wanted to say thank you to everybody because it's a scary time for me, and it's really nice to have these catch-ups and chats with everybody. And I'm going to say goodbye now and hopefully see you all again soon on Sunday. And I'm just figuring out what videos to make, who will be interviewed by me, trying to set some fun stuff up. But yeah, thank you all for being on this journey with me. And hopefully I'll see you all again soon. I think I'm going to end this and then the video will end a little bit after. So I'm going to stay in the chat and say goodbye properly. But thank you, everybody. Please stay in touch. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Please like and subscribe. Tell people to hang out and watch their friendly neighborhood mirror manga. Okay, see everybody soon. Bye.